Okay, and welcome to this next video in our one-on-one computing class. This video we're going to go through the steps in creating your Google Classroom. If you look back at our stream, you'll see the Google video, Classroom 101, the 2-minute video on how to create it. There's no words to follow along, it's just kind of a little informative video, but you could follow those steps and do it. But in this video I'm going to go through and kind of walk you through at a slower pace on how to create your classroom, and we're going to use just the steps we take as a Siskiyou Union High School district teacher. So I'm going to start at the district website. As soon as you open your internet browser, the first site you probably go to is this one, or you go to your school website. I always start here, and the first thing I do is click on my Gmail. And once it logs me into my Gmail, I can check my mail. But for the sake of creating a classroom, we are going to click on what everybody has called the waffle. It's the apps icon, and click on that. And your drop-down menu appears. You'll see there is no Google Classroom here, so you have to click on More. And there is Classroom. So we're going to click on Classroom. And when you click on Classroom, it's going to bring you to this page. Now, you can see I already have 3 classes created. You should have none right now. But creating a new class is as simple as clicking the little plus sign up here. So click the plus sign, and I'm going to create a class. And I'm going to name this class Business Fundamentals. And section is kind of irrelevant for me at this point for this class, so I will just do Business Fundamentals and create. And boom, it brings you right to this page, Business Fundamentals. Now, this is exactly what the students would see if it was kept like this, but I'm going to touch it up a little bit, and I'm going to start with the About. Well, actually, we'll start with the tour, and once you create your class, Google will actually give you a tour of different tools you can use. So if you click on Start Tour, Post a Classroom Stream. So if you want to add to the stream, you just click the plus sign in the bottom right corner. If we click Next, Share Class Code, that's how you add students. Students can join your class. Next, Invite students. You can also invite students to your class using the email, which is the way we will set up this class. And then you click Got it. Okay, so we've done the tour. We're first going to click on the About button, and this is Business Fundamentals, and gives you a class description optional. So an introductory course to entrepreneurship. We'll leave it at that for now. The room, we'll do WHS Tech Lab, room 15. Now, it's going to create a folder. It'll say Google Drive folder, Business Fundamentals. And it's automatically going to add this folder, and I'll show you where it adds it in a minute. The calendar, you can view the calendar in the classroom, and it'll open it in Google Calendar. So I can actually click on this, and it loads this to my Google Calendar. And your students will also have it added to all these due dates to their Google Calendar, so they can check their Google Calendar and see when assignments are due, and they'll pop up on this. And it also has all of the school events on here. So Google Calendar is another great tool that's tied in. Another reason to use Google Classroom over Haiku. We're going to go back to the class. So the About is pretty simple. You can actually use this description like you would use in your syllabus, and I'll click Save. And there we go. It's going to have everything set up right there. Now go back to my stream, and looking at the page, I don't really like the picture in the background, so I'm going to change that, and I'm going to pick Select Theme. So you get these choices. Now this is a business class, so I would like to find something business related, which they may or may not have, but you can choose business related. You could choose just something you like. It's your class. You can do what you want with it. Well, I guess the building actually does fit it the best, but just for the sake of changing and trying something new and demonstrating to you what the theme does, I'll choose these bricks. That's the gallery. We'll go to patterns too. Maybe we'll check out a color. And this should change the color pattern on the background. I'll go with this and select class theme. And it does patterns in the background there. Don't like that. Go back to theme. And I'm just going to go with bricks. Try that. For now, that will work. You can also upload your own photo by clicking on Upload Photo, and so you can select a photo from your computer, and all of your photos that are available on your computer should pop up somewhere, and you could choose those. I don't have any readily available for this, so we're just going to leave it with the Google themes. Now, I've got my classroom created, and it's pretty plain, so I want to add a welcome. So I'm going to click on this, or I'm just going to hover over the plus sign over here on the bottom right, and you can see it gives me 3 choices: create announcement, create assignment, create question, or reuse post. The most common tool you will use is create an announcement, and if you click on that, it opens this menu and share with your class, and I'm going to say welcome to Business Fundamentals. I look forward So again, we'll keep it simple at that, and you can change this and go back, and I'm going to post it, and it's the first thing that pops up in the stream. Now, I say I found a typo, and I didn't want to say you guys. I just want to get rid of that. I'm going to click on these 3 dots here, and I'm going to edit the post, and I'm going to say looking forward to a great year with all of you, and save that. There. Now we're politically correct and everything is fixed, and say, well, oh man, I don't want to really use it at all. I'm going to delete it. So we can delete the comment, and it's gone. You're back to square one. So very simple to create an announcement. We're going to create another announcement, and we'll just leave it at welcome to show you how the stream works. We're going to post the welcome. Now, the next part is create an assignment. So the first day of school is fast approaching, and you're going to have your first assignment, and we're going to title it Day 1. And we're going to say complete the attached, complete the essay, my favorite part of summer vacation was ... And we're going to change the due date. Now, this calendar, you can pick a due date, any date you want for this. This is prior to school. Once you set a due date, it's always you can change it. The teacher can always change a due date, and you can also set a time. So this would be due August 19th at 11:59 p.m. And right now it says complete the essay. My favorite part of summer vacation was. Now that, where do they complete it? What do they do? It's just an assignment. Now, if you have a notebook for your students, they could write in a notebook for you, and you know that you assign them. This is another reminder. If you actually want them to use Google Docs, you could attach a Google Drive item, and we'll just use this untitled document. And if this untitled document was actually a Google Doc you created called My Summer Vacation Was, and they would actually write in a Google Doc and it would create it for them. Now, here, students can view file. You want to make a copy for each student. And what that means is every student who opens that Google Doc will have their own copy, and it'll be named appropriately. So when they turn in the essay, you simply have to go and click on each student's name, and you can grade it from there. So I'm going to click Assign. And it'll take a moment to get everything posted. Now you can see that Day 1, complete the essay, is the first thing, and below that is our welcome. So everything you add to the stream is chronological, with most recent being at the top. but everything is saved, so students can always go back and see what's there. The next part we're going to test out is create a question. So you go to the plus sign, click on create question, and you can choose short answer or multiple choice. For this one, we're going to choose multiple choice, and we'll say, how many home runs did Manny Machado and option 1, you choose your options and you click here and you can put, we'll say 1, add option 2, add option 3, add option 4, add option 0. And you can continue to add as many options as you want. For this one, we'll have 5 different options, and it'll be due tomorrow. Your instructions can say, answer the question. And we click on, I'm going to pull this down a little bit so you can see, and we're going to click on the Ask button. And it will ask the question to all my students. And you can see this right here, done, not done. Now, it says 0 for not done because I haven't added any students. Well, now I'm ready for the first day of school. I've got a question they're going to answer, I've got an assignment, and I've got a welcome message. So now I need to add students. So for students, you click on students, and we're going to invite. And when you click invite, it automatically loads all of your contacts from your Gmail. And you can simply go through and click on all of these students and click on invite. And it will send those students an email message, and they are granted access because they will have this class code. You could also send an email to a student with that class code, and the students could join your class. So we'll go back to our stream. Once students are added, it'll say done, not done, but this number will go up. So if there were 3 students in the class, it could say 3 not done. Now, for the sake of showing you how assignments, clearly how assignments work, we're going to go back here. We're going to go to the digital photography class I used last year, and you can see final assessment part 2, 16 done, 8 not done. Final assessment part 1, 21 done, 3 not done. So shows me that 3 students did this completed. Well, if I click on the 21 done, not done, it opens this, and each student has their assessment created, and when I click on that, it opens the document. I can read the student's work, and I go, okay, well, this was a good response, and on the side there's a grade book, and you can give the student a grade based on the point value you set for this. So these were not worth 100 points, they were worth 5, but there was the first assignment I created, and I didn't know how to change the point total. But changing the point total is as simple as clicking on this down arrow right here, and you can change it to whatever you want, 5. And you click update, and now changes all these students' grades here. That would be a that would be a grade shifter, to say the least. So that's your brief 15-minute intro to Google Classroom. I honestly think that it will be very beneficial to all teachers because students always have access, and every assignment you create, it sends all the students in the class a notification about the assignment, and it automatically creates a grading platform for teachers, and it automatically names documents for the students. So it's a very, very useful tool, and we'll do another video tomorrow that kind of just further elaborates on the benefits of Google Classroom. Thank you.